Oh, hello there. My name is Rick.
Ciao, I'm Millie.
And this is episode 4
Quattro.
of season 4
Quattro.
of
Yonks Ago.
We're going back, way back in the past. This is not our first season and it won't be the last. We've been thriving deep diving, won't deprive you of more. And breezing through the door is season 4. And for too long now she's been stuck in the dark, so we're gonna shine a light on Joan of Arc. And you know it's a show where we go with the flow as we learn about people from Yonks Ago. Gimme Yonks, gimme Yonks, gimme Yonks Ago. Gimme Yonks, gimme Yonks, gimme Yonks Ago. Cause you know we will grow everything that we know all about somebody from Yonks Ago. Gimme Yonks Ago. I say gimme Yonks Ago.
I say go so.
Ah, good to have the season 4 theme song back.
It's a banger tune.
Too many prime numbered episodes to start the season. You've just dropped your phone on the floor aggressively.
They're all just stacked up at the start.
Yeah, it's like a real glut of primes. And then when you take it easy, well, no.
No, it's not. You give it to them on the first episode, the theme song.
Yeah.
And then you
take it away.
Yeah. Leave them hungry.
Yeah,
and then you whack it back in episode 4.
Mate, it's a recipe for success.
Yeah.
And we will not change. But enjoy it because, next episode's episode 5. And that's a prime. So we're going to alternate for a little bit.
Yeah.
5 and 7. But then we get a little stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 7 till 11. Woohoo! Living our best life. So look, it's all happening. The theme songs are going to be mixing it up and then finding their groove, just like we do when we podcast. We mix it up and find that groove. It's what day is it? Wednesday.
Yeah.
Afternoon. Not a morning. It was a morning last time.
Yeah. And we're talking about how maybe we should be a morning podcast.
And then we ditched it. No, I was busy.
You ditched it. I could have done it.
You were ready.
Bro, I had nothing going on in the morning.
But I couldn't do it. So we're back on our old nonsense.
Yeah.
Afternoon nonsense. But I don't mind it. I feel like we're in safe hands with Joan of Arc so far.
Yeah.
It's a good old tale. And she's getting places.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting educated, which is always fun.
Well, learning.
Bit of learning.
Yeah, which is
something you didn't know before.
We like to sprinkle a bit of education in with our entertainment. And that's what it's all about, this podcast. And indeed, life should be as well. But is it?
Sometimes. Jinx.
Damn it.
Oh,
I thought it, but I didn't say it. Oh, it's been so long. 4 seasons and still nothing. We cannot get the jinx that we got so close to in season 1. And now I've been so far away.
It's always your fault.
I know. You're on it. You're on it. I'm useless.
I've been jinxing everyone every day because I'm usually on the same wavelength as people.
Mm-hmm.
But not you, it seems.
Well, we're on the same wavelength until coming to say jinx. We're like we say something so that you say jinx.
Yeah.
You know, I get the first step on the journey, and then I just pack up. I pack up and I say I'm out of here. I'm not interested in the rest of the journey. I've come far enough. All right, but speaking of journeys, Joan of Arc has been on a journey.
Wow.
We left her. She had travelled to Chanel. To hook up to have a meeting with Prince Chucky Jr.
Yeah.
The Dauphin.
Yeah.
And Orleans is under siege.
Yeah.
The Burgundians of the English have joined forces.
Yeah, true.
To try to take over the Armagnac stronghold that is Orleans.
Oh, wow.
So Joan's gone to see Prince. She convinced Captain Robbie. I can't remember what we called him.
I don't know.
That guy, the captain of the army in back in that other place. And of course you got Jay Metz and Bertrand de Boulanger on board. And after a little bit of being not giving up, what's that? She was determined.
Steadfast?
She was steadfast. She was committed to the cause. She kept on it.
Yeah.
Third time lucky. She made a little prediction that one of the little battles within the siege of Orleans would not go the French way.
Oh, yeah.
Even though all indications were that it would. So the Battle of Herring, she made a prediction that the herrings would not be forthcoming. And lo and behold, she was correct. And so Captain Robbie, if that was his name, it is now, said, all right, I'm convinced. I'm going to send you and obviously J. Metz and Bertrand de Poulengy and 4 more lads.
Should we get the names?
I don't know if we're ever going to hear from him again. But
okay.
Give one of them a name.
Jeremy.
Jeremy de
John.
Jeremy de John.
Terrible name.
And that's why he joined the army, because he had such a terrible name that he got picked on as a youngster.
Like whenever I go to pick a name, only J names.
That's all right.
In.
It's a very popular name, and we are doing Joan of Arc. So
yeah.
checks out. And we had J. Metz.
At first, I was going to go Johnny, and then I was like, nah, John.
Jeremy to Johnny would have been so much better. You should have committed.
No, I was going to change it, but then I panicked.
He tried to change his name to Jeremy to Johnny, but everyone was like...
It was taken.
It's like, he's a world-famous dancer.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be Jeremy to Johnny, Jeremy to John. You're not fooling anyone. So he joined the army to try to escape his dreadful past.
He joined the army.
He joined the army. Jeremy to John the army. But everyone knew because it was on his papers.
Yeah.
And so he tried to change his name. And they're like, we're not having it. You're Jeremy to John, Private Jeremy to John. And he joined up with Joan because he was like, anything to try to get some credibility in this army. So we've got J. Metz, Bertrand de Poulengy, Jeremy de John, and 3 other lads who have not got names yet. And they've travelled with our Francis Virgin, Joan of Arc, and dressed her up in men's clothing.
Oh, true.
Because they had to travel through Burgundian territory, so she had to just blend in. One of the lads, nothing to see here, nothing weird, no virgins to check out here.
I like to think it was like a film montage where she was trying on the clothes.
Yeah.
And J. Metz was like, nah, not that one. Go back, change it to the next.
100%.
And it was like, oh, that's the one.
Yeah. I'm loving that.
What song do you envision that to, Rick?
It's Raining Men? No.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Walk like a man, talk like a man. That one.
Slayed. Perfect.
So yeah, that song's playing. She's trying on clothes. Jeremy de John's outside smoking a cigarette.
No, he's not that cool.
Yeah, but it's not a real cigarette.
It's a vape.
It's vaping. Love it. And then they travel to see the dolphin, Prince Chucky Jr., and he's like, I like the cut of your jib. I've heard good things. We do. Francie's looking for a virgin. You fit the bill, or do you? Let's check you out. He sends her to get checked out by the Catholic men to see if she's of good character.
Women.
No, first just the men check her out just to check, give her the would you rather's and the the morality test.
Besties.
They're like, yep, she's good. She passed the test. And then she gets sent to the women to check her out to see if she is in fact the virgin that France needs.
Test.
And she passes that one. No worries.
Period.
So then I think that's where we left it. She's passed all the tests. Everyone's happy. She is she legitimately fits the bill and could be the virgin that France was prophesied about. That they're all waiting for to lead France out of the darkness. So now that Prince Chucky Jr. was reassured by the results of the test, he commissioned plate armor for her. He's like, another montage. Gonna get you fit. So she's getting the war fit now. No mucking around. She designed her own banner.
Oh, get into it.
Arts and crafts. I wonder what it was. Doesn't say. She also had a sword brought to her from under the altar in the church at Saint Catherine de Fierbois.
Wow.
She's got a special sword hidden under an altar. She is getting the fancy stuff. All right, so the princess said, got to get you some armour and a sword. She's going, I know the perfect sword. It's a magic sword. Sacred sword. It's under an altar. No one's touched it. It's a virgin sword.
Oh, nice.
Virgin sword for a virgin warrior.
Yeah.
And then around this time, she began calling herself Joan the Maiden, emphasizing her virginity as a sign of her mission. Shame she had to do that, but, ties in with the prophecy.
Yeah.
She's just trying to make sure everyone is aware. Oh, wait, virgin, you say? That's funny because there is a prophecy that we've all heard. Wait a minute. So she's just
Trying to get more clicks.
It's about branding.
Trying to get more subs.
Yeah, she's just like branding. Why waste a branding opportunity?
Exactly.
So she's Joan the Maiden now.
Period.
She's got the armor. She's got the virgin sword. She is ready for business.
banner?
She's got a banner that she drew herself. It's just her with her legs crossed. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It could be.
No, it definitely says Joan the Maiden on it, surely.
Joan the Maiden.
Because it's her new brand.
It's her thumbnail.
Yeah.
Okay, so she is ready to go. And then so this is what's going on in Orleans. So before Joan's arrival at Chinon, the Armagnac strategic situation was bad, but not hopeless.
Gotcha.
All right, they weren't ruined. They were not in a good spot.
On the verge?
Wasn't looking good. The Armagnac forces were prepared to endure a prolonged siege at Orleans. So they were ready, but they weren't happy about it.
Yeah.
The Burgundians had recently withdrawn from the siege due to disagreements about territory with the English. So they had a bit of a falling out with Bay.
Yeah.
And the English were debating whether to continue. So no one's that interested in this siege at the moment. So it's, ripe for the pickings. I don't think the Armagnacs realised that as such.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're in trouble. But the Burgundians are like, stuff it, we're out of here. Not interested, who cares? And England were like, well, if you're not interested, we're not interested. But the Armagnacs, they don't know any of this. And so after almost a century of war...
What?
Yeah, the 100-Year War. This is what they're fighting, the 100-Year War.
Oh,
We
okay.
talked about this very early on. I mean, I should keep reminding you, this is all part of the 100-Year War. But it's towards the tail end.
I thought you just meant that little thing.
No. The Siege of
I was
Orleans...
like, how are they going for a century if they're not that interested?
No, this is just another little part of the 100-Year War.
I got you now. I'm confused.
But they've all just... Their whole lifetimes have been involved in this nonsense.
Yeah.
So the Armagnacs after the century of war, were demoralised. They've got not much left to give. Once Joan joined Prince Chucky Jr.'s cause, however, once she was Team Armagnac and word started to spread, the sheer force of her personality began to raise their spirits.
Nice.
Inspiring devotion and the hope of divine assistance.
Slay. It's like Katniss Everdeen.
She is the Mockingjay.
Yeah.
100. The J is for Joan. She's the Mocking Joan. Mockingjay for Joan. She's like just the talisman. She's the thing that can rally the troops. Her belief in the divine origin of her mission turned the long-standing conflict over the inheritance into a religious war. Woo! So she's rebranding the war. So it's basically been, who's the king? Well, this is our land. It's all just basic geographical arguments and inheritance, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
Family trees. Everyone's a bit bored with it and their hearts aren't in it. Then Joan shows up, God's virgin, France's virgin chosen by God. And everyone's like, oh, this war's got a little bit of sizzle.
Yeah.
I see. Maybe this is worth fighting for. Hope she's got a banner. She does. So just, she's rebranded it. So she got her branding right. She's rebranded the war so people have got a bit of get up and go about it now.
Nice.
They're like, I see what we're fighting for. She's probably got a theme song. She's probably got a theme song. I reckon J-Metz drops a beat.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And they just, they rip out a little...
I reckon Bertrand de Pullinger definitely plays the violin.
100%.
Or like the mandolin.
He's on violin. Jeremy de Johns has a mandolin but can't play.
Can't play.
Jeremy de Johns. They're like, get your mandolin out. He makes an excuse. It's not in tune, and I got to get I left my tuner at the. So always got an excuse, Jeremy de Johns. It's all working. Everyone's suddenly got a pep in their step. So before beginning the journey to Orleans, Joan dictated dictated a letter to the Duke of Bedford, who was one of the king's, the English king's sons, who's brothers.
Yeah.
Henry V's brothers.
Yeah.
Who's still in the fighting the fight in France. So the Duke of Bedford, she writes him a letter.
Do we get to hear the letter?
No. But the gist of it was she warned him that she was sent by God to drive him out of France.
Oh, that's
so
not good to hear.
She's just a little trash talk on the way out.
Yeah.
She's like, send this note. I'm sent by God to get you out of France. Drop the mic.
Yeah.
You better go. Last warning.
I think I'd run away.
Yeah. So she's got everything happening on her side. She's got everyone excited.
Yeah.
And then she's sent a little bit of shots fired
Slade.
at the English just before she even starts.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to Orleans. Why not let them know what's going on?
Nice.
God's on our side.
Yeah.
Here comes the Virgin. What? All right, so off she goes to Orleans. How are we
Let's
going?
go.
Oh, we're good. We've got some time to have a little look at how that. In the last week of April 1429, Joan set out from where she was as part of an army carrying supplies for the relief of Orleans. She arrived there on the 29th of April and met the commander, Jean de Dunois, who was known as the Bastard of Orleans.
Oh, jeez.
Which was a term of honour, apparently. It was just like, this guy's awesome.
Okay, so...
Bastard was he was also like an illegitimate son of one of the kings. I think so. That's why I think the bastard...
Yeah.
He was the Bastard of Orleans, but everyone liked him.
Yeah.
Now, Orleans was not completely cut off at this stage. It was surrounded, it was under siege, but you could get in if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You could find a way. It was a light siege.
Yeah.
It was a soft siege. It was a soft siege shuffle.
You just be like, oh, look, what's over there?
Yeah.
And you go through.
Easily distracted by the English at this stage because, as we know, they were barely interested.
Bored, mate.
No one was putting a pep in their step. There was no one coming on the English side going, I'm the virgin that England needs, sent by God. No, they got nothing. They're just like, what are we fighting for? Can't remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Got no idea. So where were we? Oh yeah. So they not completely cut off. That's where we were. And so the Bastard of Orleans got Joan of Arc into the city where she was greeted enthusiastically. Because everyone like, the Virgin's here.
Yeah.
She's got the banner, she's got the armour, she's got the Virgin's sword.
Let's go.
Of course, Jametz and Bertrand de Poulengy played her entrance music.
I like to think that also like bodyguards, kind of.
Yeah.
They're like, no pictures.
Yeah. But not in an arrogant way.
No.
Just in a we're so sorry, but,
Yeah. No, they're legends. Yeah.
We've got work to do. The Virgin's got work to do.
Exactly.
Here comes the Virgin.
Yeah.
So it's hype.
Yeah.
It's hype in Orleans on this day. When
I like to think
who's coming through the trapdoor?
What's his name?
It's like when Harry arrived through the painting.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's like when Harry Potter arrives through the painting in the final...
Yeah. I know the one.
When the school's under siege.
Only because I just rewatched that film.
Yeah, so the school's under siege, Harry Potter arrives, they're all like, it's Harry.
Yeah, it's the boy who lived.
Yeah. Exactly this. They stole that from Joan of Arc.
Oh, for sure. I like to think... Sorry, I was going to say something.
Yes?
I like to think that Jeremy de John didn't get in.
No, have you got ID, mate? You got stopped at the door. It's like, no, I left it at I was with my mandolin tuner. Yeah, so he's outside. He's like, I'll keep watch.
Yeah.
If I see anything suspicious, I'll go toot toot, a toot toot. Yeah, whatever, Jeremy. So he's outside waiting. It's all happening. It's party time inside.
Yeah.
Everyone is very enthusiastic. Joan was initially treated as a figurehead to raise morale. Classic Mockingjay.
Exactly.
So if anyone hasn't seen, the
Or
Hunger
read.
Games, the or read.
Well, and that is seeing.
Yes.
Seeing the words.
Yes, obviously, Katniss Everdeen becomes the figurehead for the resistance,
Yeah.
the Mockingjay, and basically they want to use her as a figurehead to drum up support and improve morale, which is basically, again, they've stolen this from Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
Mockingjay, J for Joan, it's all there.
Exactly.
I mean, we didn't know it until now, but now we do. So Mockingjay is in there. They're thinking, we'll just use her as the Mocking Joan. She'll be flying her banner. She's got a banner on the battlefield.
Nice.
She was not given any formal command or included in military councils. So they're like, stay in your lane. Mocking Joan, stay in your lane. But she quickly gained the support of the Armagnac troops. Of course she did.
Yeah, I mean, with Jay Metz is on your side.
Yeah,
He's a legend.
Jay Metz and Bertrand de Poulengy. Let's not forget him going around.
I like to think Jay Metz is like a real popular guy.
Everyone
and
loves
then
him.
Bertrand's a bit shy on the shy side.
Yeah, but once you get to know him.
Oh, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Jay Metz is pulling the boys through.
They're the perfect duo.
Yeah, but everyone loves Bertrand, so like...
Perfect hype squad.
Yeah, for sure.
And the fact that Jeremy de John got stuck outside helped the cause a lot.
For sure.
Everyone would be like...
Everyone hates him.
Everyone was like, how good could she be? She's hanging out with Jeremy de John. It's sus. It's a bit sus.
Yeah.
So the fact that he got stopped is very fortuitous for the Mocking Joan.
Yeah.
All right, so she's getting the support of all the Armagnac troops. They're all like, I don't know, figurehead or nah. Figurehead or like legitimate legend who should be out there fighting the fight. So she's just mixing it up. She's always seemed to be present where the fighting was most intense. So whenever there's beef, who's in the middle? Mocking Joan.
Yep.
There she is. Banner, virgin sword aloft, banner, waving. Everyone's like, there she is. There's the banner again. And she frequently stayed with the front ranks and gave them a sense that she was fighting for their salvation.
Nice.
Mate,
Giving the boys hope.
She didn't just talk the talk. She
walked
the
the
walk.
walk.
She 100%.
That wasn't a jinx because we made eye contact.
No. Yeah. And we didn't say it at the same time, even though we had every right to, because we were like, we paused, we looked at each other, we knew exactly what we were going to say, and then we just kind of said it really sloppily in any way that we could. So if we jinxed that, shame on us. So she's out there mixing it up, fighting like a
slaying,
like a virgin possessed.
She doing any killing?
I reckon she's got to be. She's at the front.
That's what I'm saying.
She's fighting the fight.
That's
I don't reckon that's a
crazy.
virgin sword no more. That virgin sword is dripping in blood.
Yeah.
She's slaying. Now the Armagnac commanders would now after this they sometimes accepted the advice that she gave them.
Oh, nice.
Such as deciding what position to attack, when to continue an assault, and how to place artillery.
Nice.
So she started as a figurehead, but I'm getting the suspicion. She's running the show.
She's top rank.
It did not take long before this is Joan's fight.
Yeah.
Welcome to Joantown. Population Joan. And is that no, we've still got more time. So she's turned up. She's done everything right. She's got everyone on board. They tried to keep her in her lane. She said, I don't stay in a lane.
Yeah. You wish.
The whole highway is my way.
Yeah.
And then on the 4th of May, the Armagnacs went on the offensive.
Ooh. Let's go.
Attacking the outlying Bastille de Saint-Loup, which is a little fortress, just outside Orléans. Once Joan learned of the attack, so I didn't even include it. She didn't even know. She just heard whispers. Wait, what? There's an attack on a fortress? Count Joan in.
No, I reckon she had a vision.
She probably did. Saint Mick.
Yeah.
Saint Mickey's gone, guess what's happening today?
Yeah.
She's gone, I'm there. She rode out with her banner to the side of the battle. That's the boys were behind her.
Oh yeah.
Playing her riding song.
I like to think that Bertrand is a full DJ.
Oh, yeah.
He's the first disc jockey out there.
Yeah, because he was on a horse. That's why they call him disc jockeys. Because he was a jockey on a horse.
Yeah.
just playing the music for Joan of Arc. Amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
And look, maybe I need to leave it there. Do we want to go in? Oh, I'm torn. It could be a long episode, but look, she's about to ride out. Look, let's leave it there. Cliffhanger.
Okay. Oh yeah, bit of sizzle.
Because she's had she's risen to the top. She's running the show. She's had a vision that they're about to attack the fortress, and she has gone, not without me, you don't.
Exactly.
Bertrand de Poulengy has put on her favourite riding song, and they are storming the fortress, banner aloft, and it's all happening. St. Joan.
It's getting exciting. She rose to fame pretty quickly. Well, I don't know how long it took.
But she put her neck on the line.
Yeah.
That's why. She didn't just like say, look, I'm here now. You boys go out and fight. I've inspired you. Do your best.
No.
Do your best, lads.
Yeah.
She's gone, boys, get me to the front. Follow me. She's gone, lads, follow me.
I've got a plan.
Do you want to know how to kill people? Like this. Stab.
Yeah.
Like that. Just do that. Just get stabby, boys.
Get amongst it.
Yeah. So she's out there. She's
Yeah.
doing it. She could have got killed at any, but she didn't. You know why?
Yeah.
Because as far as they're concerned, God.
Saint Mickey's on her side.
Yeah.
Oh, and God.
Yeah.
Probably.
So she throws herself into the firing line.
Yeah.
In harm's way.
Exactly.
So that when it all comes up Joan, everyone's like, well, she said God's protecting her. And
Gotta trust her.
Who are we to say that God's not protecting her? Because
Yeah.
look at her go.
She's still alive.
And she is like, she's a beast. She goes beast mode.
Yeah.
She goes full Joan beast mode and comes back sword dripping,
Yeah.
but unscathed.
Exactly.
So the more she says God's protecting her, the more I'm inclined to believe it. Get on board.
And Jay Metz is on board.
Jay Metz says it's
He's
legit.
a legend.
Bertrand to pull on Jay in one of his rare moments where he was talking out loud. He vouched for her.
Exactly.
And he also did a mad set at the pub last night.
Yeah.
Man, it was a bop. To be honest, Orleans has never been better than when these three rocked into town.
Exactly.
I wouldn't. In fact, I hope the siege lasts.
Yeah.
That's what they're all thinking. It'd be a shame if they liberate this town
Don't
and everyone
leave.
just kind of goes their separate ways.
Yeah, no.
Because they've all bonded. They're like Team Orleans. Should we get some merch? Should we get some T-shirts made? I survived the siege of Orleans.
Oleon, the place to be.
Yeah. There's a vibe in town, and it's all
sure.
thanks to Francis Virgin that God sent.
Yeah.
And so the vibe is real. They're winning battles. Joan's got blood on her sword, a pep in her step, and they are no longer sitting back defending Orleans.
No.
Oh, no. They're on the attack. Why sit back and wait?
Exactly.
The best form of defense is attack.
Counter-attack.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
What?
Attack mostly wins.
That's right.
Because you got the upper hand because you're attacking.
That's right. You've got to be on the offensive.
Yeah.
If you're not on the offensive, that's offensive.
That's offensive to me
That's
and
right.
my dad.
That's right. And we don't like being offended, so don't do it. Get on the offensive. That's a life lesson for all of you out there,
Yeah.
Yonky doodlers.
If you're in
Get on the offensive.
If you're in defense mode, switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, front foot time.
Yeah.
Look, we all lived through the pandemic and we got a little back foot.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yeah.
Fair enough. But hey, we're still in the pandemic, but it's time to be a bit front foot about it.
Yeah, if we switch the front foot, maybe we can wrap it up.
Mate,
That's what I'm saying.
get on the front foot.
Let's attack the pandemic.
No more back foot.
Yeah.
Let's get offensive.
Can you nah. Whatever.
So anyway, that's good. We've got a life goal now. We've got a life.
Yeah.
I can't think of the word.
What's that movie?
Direction.
where- I watched it in science class one time.
Yes.
Where they shrinkify.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No,
Oh.
that's a good movie.
Journey to the Center of the Earth. No.
No. But inside is someone's body.
Yeah.
Not Journey.
No,
I don't know.
feel like it was Inner Space.
I don't know.
Was it an old?
kind of old,
Was
yeah.
it like 80s old
Yeah,
or like
yeah,
Inner Space? Was it funny? Or
I
was
don't
it like
remember. I don't remember. I don't think I even finished
there's
it.
a funny one called Inner
Well,
Space?
So they shrink this ship and they're in the ship.
Yeah.
So
Is
that
there a
it
lot
can
of people
go-
in the ship or just one person? There's
I
like a crew.
think there's a crew.
Yeah, that's an older one, I think, and I think
Okay.
it's.
And they go into the artery
Yeah.
so they can fix a leaky valve in the heart or something.
Sure.
Science. And it goes wrong.
Yeah, I
Something.
feel like Journey's in the title, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. It was year 8 or something. But I was thinking that let's do that, shrinkify ourselves and actually fight the virus.
Oh, punch the virus in the
That's
face.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Get on the offensive.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been thinking
Yeah.
too small scale.
They were
We've been get my vaccines, wear a
vaccine.
mask.
Love vaccines.
Yeah.
But what if sometimes
What if
you
we
got-
were the vaccine?
Sometimes you got to do it
Become the
yourself.
vaccine.
You got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You want it done right, do it yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like the anti-vaxxers would for some reason be more on board little people
if they
inside
could be
them.
the vaccine.
Yeah. I feel like they would be no, weird medicine.
Yeah.
But
I am the medicine.
Put a tiny person inside. I'm
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You know what?
What's it going to do? It's going to punch the virus in the face.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Look,
Especially, like Mockingjay.
Yeah.
It's like you get someone and you put them on a pedestal and it's like, oh, they're cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they can fight the virus.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, I want like little Jimmy to
I think we all want. Do we want Dwayne The Rock Johnson? We probably do.
Yeah.
That's what he was born to do.
Shrink Dwayne and put him in my arteries.
Make him a pebble.
Wait, you wouldn't put him in the arteries. If
I would.
I don't know.
Start in the arteries, see what happens.
Where's the virus go?
I don't know. Everywhere?
The lymphatic system?
100%. Yep. Get in the lymphs. Lymph it up.
Woo!
So we pretty much solved the pandemic just by being on the offensive for like 3 minutes. It took us.
By learning about Joan of Arc on the podcast.
She's still fighting the good fight.
Exactly.
Thank God for that virgin. Let's find out how her new offensive mindset helps her. I can only imagine it's going to work out well because it's worked out well so far.
Yeah. And we're only just begun, Rick.
She's gone from strength to strength. Mm-hmm. So let's see how her attack on the fortress goes in the next episode of
Yonks Ago!
Nice one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.